Hallelujah, hallelujah. How's the church doing today? All right, this is my first winter retreat, and it was special to me because having how I grew up and stuff like that, like 2017, whatnot. I had two things happen to me there at winter retreat. The first thing was vision. I had a vision of basically God gave me vision what I'm supposed to do, what was my calling, I solidified what I was supposed to do, like spiritually be an enforcer, to Pastor Benny, Pastor Christian, to the church, be sent out, be the frontliner, just do the things, sent out the fire. Second was letting go, because there was a lot of things, that I had hidden in my life, things that I forgot, doing 8 years in prison, coming out. Thought I was done, last year of this month, 2017, I was in handcuffs, man, attempted murder. Thought I was done in my life, and I thought I was washed up, and this year, I'm graduating to home, and I had a lot of stuff hidden, and it was stopping me from progressing and flourishing already, to take that extra step, transitioning into my next phase, I already defeated one giant, now I gotta do the other one because Goliath has a brother. Come on, somebody. I don't want to I'll give the pastors thanks, the ones who sponsor me, everybody, for giving a chance to me, man. That was a good winter retreat, amen. Thank you guys.
Okay, so my name is Elizabeth, for those who don't know me, and so I'm 11, and what I thought winter retreat was gonna be like is I thought we were just gonna play a bunch of games and then it's gonna be super fun and cold, and it was really cold, but okay, but I thought there was gonna be 10-minute services and then we would just play and stuff, but the first day when I went in the service, I thought it was so boring, and I just wanted to go play and I didn't want to be there, but then the second days, and then God just touched my heart, and I really loved it. So, and then in the morning when we had to wake up super early, I hated waking up super early and then to go to breakfast and stuff. But then I got used to it, and then we had to go to prayer, and that was so boring to me. But the other days, it's just so heartwarming because you could feel the presence of God there, and then I got used to it.
I'm 15 years old, and this is my third winter retreat, and I thank God for my salvation because it's only His grace that is keeping most of us here. And I thank my pastors, my leaders, everyone that helped me go, everybody that sponsored me, and my family. And what happened there it was powerful. I went there not really expecting anything because I was the norm already because I got used to going. And that was one of the points that Pastor Phil talked about. He was some church kids, they get numb by God. And another thing he talked about was faith versus fake Christians. And I know most of us, I know for me, but a lot of the youth, they said that happened to them. We got so used to going to church that it was, I go to church every day, I'm going to heaven. But you have to read your Bible, you have to pray, that's how you put your faith into something when you're not even reading the Bible or you're praying. So that's what really stood out to me. And it was really fun. It was more of an experience because after Pastor Phil's message, there was an afterglow, and everyone is broken at the altars, and I was broken, and God spoke really good, and that was my experience.
Well, my name is Malik, for most of you guys who don't know me. I'm 16, and this was my first winter retreat. First, I want to thank God for my salvation. I want to thank Pastor G.A.N.G and everyone. I want to give a huge thanks to Pastor Christian and his wife for sponsoring me at the last second. If it wasn't for them, then I wouldn't have went. But my attitude about it before going, it was just Like, I really don't want to go, but I'm going to go out of respect because they sponsored me last second. But, like, when I got there, like, my attitude, like, started changing, like, as the day started going on, like, as we started doing more stuff, as the services went. And then one thing that really stuck to me was when Pastor De La Cruz has said, we're filtered, like, we're saved Christians, but we're filtered by the things of the world instead of being filtered by the things of God. So, like, that's one thing that stuck with me. So, yeah.
And I want to thank God for my salvation. I want to thank Pastor Benny and Sister Evelyn, Pastor Christian, and Sister Irene. And I want to thank my directors this morning for allowing me to go to the winter retreat. This is my first winter retreat, and it was so amazing because I went up there dry, I went up there empty, but I went up there with an expectancy. And let me tell you, God spoke, God moved, and let me tell you, there's blood, there's loyalty in our blood here. If it wasn't for our pastors laying their life for us 25 years ago, I wouldn't be standing here giving God all the glory. Let me tell you, it was in that interval where chains were being broken, bondages were being gone. And let me tell you, there's one thing that stuck out to me in the last 10 minutes of fire. Brother Paul, not thinking pastor, but amen, his name, Brother Bud from the Riverside. And he said this, and I'm telling the devil this year, venga, because I'm ready, devil. Whatever you want to bring it, because the Holy Ghost is here. And you know what thing that really struck out to me was this. You know, we can reach the nations, we can reach the world, but we got to start here in our backyard. And this is the year of evangelism. This is the year to go out there. This is the year to go in here. And let me tell you, I know that God's going to raise up a strong team to go out there to reach the neighborhoods of Las Vegas. It has to start here. The year to come back, we're going to see all these seats filled.
For y'all that who don't know me, I'm Joseph. Can you hear me? Normally I wouldn't stand up in front of a crowd because this is one of my biggest fears. I'm 21. This is like my first winter retreat, so I'd like to thank God for my salvation. I would like to thank Him for Pastor. All right. For Pastor Benny and Sister Evelyn, when I went up there, my attitude changed. Like, you know, I went expecting, but it was like something was trying to intervene with the relationship with the Lord. But as we started going through like all the services and stuff, like I was broken, you know, like. All right. I could feel like I was being set free. And I feel like the Lord took me to the mountain for a reason, to remind me that He loved me, to remind me that I'm not alone. And you know, like, I'm VO for life, you know? One thing that stood out to me the most was when, you know, Brother Brian was like, just do it, you know? Like, spiritual discipline, like, we gotta discipline ourselves, you know? And I took that as, like, you know, to the heart because, you know, I started falling away, like, and I started, like, you know, separating myself from everyone. And I just feel like I gotta train myself to be godly, train myself to be bold and step out and reach those that are hurting, reach those that, like, need someone to talk to, you know? And, yeah.
Hi, my name is Emily, for those who don't know me, and I want to thank God for my salvation and for Pastor Benny and Sister Evelyn and everyone who helped me go to winter retreat. This year, I wasn't really expecting, like,
Sorry.
don't know me, I'm 22 years old. First and foremost, I want to thank God for my salvation. And I want to thank Pastor Benny and Sister Evelyn and Pastor Christian and Sister Irene for everything that they've done for the past 10 plus, 20 plus years. And one thing that I can really say about the retreat was that God's presence was inevitable there. And this was my 9th winter retreat going overall. I've been with the church for 17 years, and I can say this to all the parents who have youth that weren't able to go or were debating whether or not if they want to send them, that these retreats like this is where God really moves. Now, my parents will always send me and my 5 siblings, regardless how much it costs, that my parents always made a way for us to go, because this is not just an experience that we have with God, but it's a genuine encountership. At these retreats, and personally, I went up there to this winter retreat not asking God for anything. For those who know my story, that a lot of things happened in my life, and I didn't want to go up there asking God for anything, but simply to bring God into remembrance of the promises that He's given me, given my family, all the way back in my UTC days, even as a new gen. And I really, really want to thank my pastor, Pastor Christian, and Sister Irene for investing in my life, for really taking the time and really dealing with me, because I know I'm not easy. I'm not an easy man to deal with, and I sometimes I go through my phases and I go through my things, but one thing I know that what Pastor Israel said was loyalty, that we need a lot of young men and women who are going to have loyalty to last in this minute, for the type of work that we do in our ministry, to deal with the type of people that we deal with, that we need people who are going to have longevity. And one thing that makes you attractive is loyalty. And I look at my pastor, Pastor Ben and Sister Evelyn, that they've been here for 25 plus years, just loyal to the call of God that they have upon their lives. And man, I can go on all day about what God has taken place, but if you haven't went, if you guys have youth, I strongly encourage you parents to send your youth, because these are moments like this, like I said, where they're going to have an encountership like never before. And I just want to thank you and thank Jesus for everything.